What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I feel like I never introduced myself in other videos, so I'm Jasmine. Yeah, I feel like 80% of the subscribers to this channel are just here for boobs, which is understandable, I guess. And then like the other 20%, probably like 10% of that is like people who don't even really like check their YouTube subscriptions ever. They just like subscribe once and just never come back. And then the other 10% might be people that actually care a little. So for that little 10% that actually care who I am, hey, what's up? I'm Jasmine. This is Una. She's always trying to eat me alive. She's a cannibal. Or she might just be hungry, which is usually the case. Alright, so I have some free time today, and I really wanted to record something, and I didn't have anything really prepared or like planned. So today I'm gonna be doing the mixed girl tag, which I never really understood what a tag was, but I guess it's just like a list of questions that people answer. So yeah, I looked up the questions. I'll post the link if you want to check the questions out, the tag. But yeah, so I'm just gonna jump right into the questions. So the first question is, what are you mixed with? So I'm half black and half Mexican. I feel like it's not just like so black and white. Like, I'm sure if you go down the line, there's a lot more stuff in my heritage, but just like going off what my mom is, what my dad is. My mom is Mexican. Like, my grandparents speak Spanish. Their first language was Spanish, from Mexico. And my dad is black. Both his parents are black, so yeah. What ethnicity have you been mistaken for? I've gotten everything, honestly. Like, just the other day, someone asked me if I was, what was it? I can't remember. It was like some African country that someone asked me if I was from, and I was like, no. Yeah, I've even gotten like Asian, I'm mixed with Asian, I've gotten Mexican, I've gotten like a bunch of stuff, so yeah, but yeah, I'm just brown, so yeah. Is your hair curly or straight? Definitely curly. Okay. Was coming from different backgrounds challenging growing up? Not really. I grew up, not that I remember anyway, I grew up in El Paso, Texas, which is predominantly Mexican. So in school, like, out of all the kids in my class, like, I'd have a class of like 25, and I was like one of two brown, like, black kids in my class, and everyone else was Mexican. Maybe like one or two white kids. So I feel like it was to be brown in where I grew up was like the normal thing. So everyone was brown. I know I was Mexican and black, so I kind of like stood out a little bit, but everyone was still brown, and I never really, plus my grandparents were Mexican, and they kind of raised me a lot of my life, so yeah, I never really like considered myself like an outcast, you know? I don't know, and maybe I just don't remember. I remember there was like incidents that like stand out to me. Like, I remember one time we were studying Black History Month in class, and my teacher like specifically like called me out. This was like in 3rd grade or like 2nd, I don't know, but she was like, yeah guys, if it wasn't for Martin Luther King, Jasmine wouldn't be able to be sitting in class with us right now. So yeah, thanks Martin Luther King. And I was like, kind of caught me off guard, but now that that I think about it, probably none of those kids would be sitting in that class right now. Probably that teacher either, because pretty sure most of them were Mexican. So, whatever. Which backgrounds did you embrace the most? I guess I just never really hung out with like my black side of the family. I don't know why. We were just not as close to my dad's side of the family as we were to my mom's side of the family. That being said, I wouldn't just say I just embraced my Mexican side more. It was just like more kind of like in my face. I have a lot of, just to give you some perspective, my grandpa has 14 brothers and sisters, my mom's dad. So on my Mexican side of the family. So I have a lot of Mexican family. And yeah, I was just around them a lot, and so I guess I embraced that side more, but I never even spoke Spanish, so I wouldn't say I necessarily embraced it. I was just like me, you know. I never really took my race into account much, if that makes sense. Yeah, I was just me, like, I don't know, never really said I need to act like this certain way because I'm black, or this certain way because I'm Mexican. Alright, question 6. What are you doing? Are you trying to get down? Question 6. Have you ever been teased for being different? I mean, haven't we all? Like, I think everyone's been teased for being different. I've been teased for like my face shape, how large my forehead is. But as far as like being mixed, not really. Like I said, I grew up in like a brown city, so I was never really teased for that. I was definitely teased, but I never really was teased. Everyone would like always want to touch my hair for some reason. Like I wore my hair like right now it's just like a poof, but like I would like actually like do my hair so like my curls were really defined, so they look like little slings, and everyone would just always like come up and like touch my hair, like pull on the little springs, and like just like talk about my hair and how like cute it was, and like yeah, so yeah, that was one thing I do remember. Alright, question 7. Man, we are blowing through these. Question 7. Have you ever been ashamed of being multiracial? No, I really don't think I ever have. It's always been like cool to me. I really like don't remember ever like feeling these insecurities about who I was. Like I was always just me. Like never really crossed my mind that I was like different, you know? I don't know. So I've never been ashamed. I'm definitely not ashamed now. But my kids are like even more mutts than I am. My kids are like, I'm black and Mexican. My boyfriend is white and Hispanic as well. So my kids are just mutts. They're like straight up mutts, and I just think being multiracial is the future. Like everyone's gonna look like this in the future. Everyone's gonna be brown. Everyone's gonna be mixed with several different things, because that's just what happens when people breed. Everyone's breeding with each other, and the future is just gonna be a bunch of multiracial people walking around. So get ready for it if you don't like it. Do you feel that being mixed has its benefits? Yeah, I think it's cool. You get to like learn about different cultures and partake in different cultural traditions, and Luna just dumped out something that she really shouldn't have, so time out. Well, I thought I had free time because one of my kids is asleep and my other one is having like some computer time. I was wrong, because the little baby girl is getting into everything, so actually don't have free time. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep chugging along here. So yeah, do I think being mixed has its benefits? wanted to and get the cool hair. Well, I think it's cool now. I didn't always like my hair. I don't know if I mentioned that. That was like one thing. Like when I was young, I feel like it's hard to, like, when you see all these magazines and like people on TV shows and everyone has like this long flowing hair and you just like want that. So yeah, my hair. And then so like once I reached like middle school, it really started to bother me that, you know, you just don't feel like pretty with this kind of hair. So yeah, so I started to straighten my hair around like 8th grade, and then after that I would never like leave my house with my hair curly at all. Like I would not let anybody see my natural hair because I just didn't find it attractive or think other people found it attractive. So yeah, that was something that like was hard to deal with. And then once I realized like this hair is cool, like a lot of people wish they had curly hair. Like I don't know, I just started to love myself for the way that I was rather than the way I thought I should be. And so yeah, that was the one thing that I did struggle with, like my hair. Alright, so this tag is kind of dumb, I do have to say. What makes being multiracial a beautiful thing? Well, like I said, it's the future. Like everyone's gonna be multiracial. Maybe not everyone, but the majority of people are going to be multiracial, mixed, biracial. Like it's just happening. It's a beautiful thing to be multiple cultures mixed into one. To get more of those antibodies and good genes. I just think it's a beautiful thing to have a little bit from here and a little bit from there and turn you into like a whole new blend of person. It's just like such a cool, pretty thing. So yeah, and then the last question, any advice you'd give to someone who struggles with their multiracial identity? I feel like this tag would have been like better to answer like back then when I was like struggling with like my identity, but now that I'm like super confident in my identity, I'm like, who would have trouble being multiracial? Like I would struggle more with being like one thing. But so if you are, just like don't be ashamed of who you are. Like if you were, just imagine if you were not multiracial, then you wouldn't be you. The only reason you are you is because the person from this side and the person from this side came together and fell in love, or maybe didn't fall in love, or just they made you. So you're the product of like something beautiful, a beautiful mix. So just embrace it. Plus I'm slowly getting better at Espanol. I talk to my kids a lot in Spanish just so they can like kind of understand that not everyone speaks English like they do. They won't be like shocked when they go to another country and they're like, what are these people saying? Understand that people speak different languages in different places, and even here in America people speak different languages. So yeah, adios. Thank you for watching. I don't have anything else to say, but if you have questions about my ethnicity, about my kids' ethnicity, about being multiracial, drop them below. Alright, have a beautiful day. Bye.